Tony,
Hi, I'm Vandana.
and it doesn't matter where we are in our lives, it doesn't matter who we are, what our background is, where we come from. We all have, as human beings, we're all bound together by a common factor, and that's to fulfill our human needs.
These human needs are also called emotional influences that have an underlying impact on everything that we experience, the decisions, the choices we have to make, the interaction in relationships, without at times even being aware of them.
And this state of awareness is so important for us because we go through such a major portion of our lives, our days, on autopilot, and our emotions can sometimes function in the same way. What we need to do, ideally, is to move away from the state of unconscious awareness and into a more mindful state of conscious awareness.
So, watch us in an interaction between husband and wife and try and understand what emotional influences each one of us is bringing to the table here in this conversation. So, as a wife, I go, honey, I've been at home for 7 years looking after the kids and home, and I think it's time for me to get back to my career. Like we had discussed before we had the kids. So I'm going to actually, I have started applying for some jobs and I'm actually looking forward to hearing some positive responses.
And you've already started applying for jobs without telling me? Uh, didn't you think it was important for me to know this? Uh, who's going to look after the house? How are we going to manage with the kids? And I suppose now that you'll want to go out to work, you'll expect me to buy you a car as well.
Now, this was a little exaggerated conversation that we did play out, but to give you an idea, what was the wife trying to achieve for herself? What was her emotional influencer? She wanted some growth in her life. She was feeling stagnated, the monotony of life, the certainty of everyday life was just getting to her. She wanted some variety. She wanted some uncertainty just to challenge herself and push the boundaries a little bit. And the husband?
Well, I mean, just fairly plain to see he wants to be the boss. So the husband's emotional influence is to be significant in the relationship, and he would have been more than happy for the wife to come to him and sort of put it in a manner that permission was being given, but. There's also the state of certainty that the husband feels is being disrupted, and that's the stability that the wife brings to the house and to the management of the kids and to his own personal needs, etc.
Now, if the wife was aware, had some idea about what emotional influences sort of influence the husband, she could have possibly approached the situation slightly differently, just so that it is a little more gentle for the husband. Now, just for example, she could have said, honey, I've really been at home for 7 years and I'm feeling a little stagnated. What do you think? Should I start applying for some jobs like we had discussed, before we had the kids? Now, what she's doing is, she is
Putting laying the importance of the decision at the husband's doorstep. So making the husband feel important, making him feel significant. So the husband's more likely to get involved in the conversation in a more positive manner, in a more responsive manner.
right, and without her sacrificing her need for growth. So it is a win win situation, right? So if you want to learn more about your emotional influences, so you can, have a better interaction in your relationships and also for yourself, sometimes we don't realize how these have a great impact on our decision making. Take care.
Lovely.
Bye.
See you then.